Very good morning. Myself, Dr. Usha Vyas. Today, my topic is All My Sons, and the question that I will discuss today is the title of the play, Miller's play, All My Sons. Do you think All My Sons to be an appropriate title for Miller's play of the time? Now, the first point in this answer is Joe Keller's responsibility for the supply of defective equipment. The title of All My Sons is indeed appropriate for Miller's play of that name. The title refers to the 21 air pilots who were killed during the war on account of the defective cylinders heads fitted into the P-40s, which those men had been flying in the course of their raids over the enemy territory. The aeroplanes had crashed because of engine failure resulting from the defective cylinder heads which had been supplied by Joe Keller's factory and which had been fitted into those aeroplanes. Joe Keller had supplied the defective cylinder heads not with any evil intention, but because he had seen no way out of the situation. Cracks had somehow appeared in the cylinder heads produced by this factory, and in order not to incur a heavy financial loss, Joe Keller had ordered the dispatch of those cylinder heads to the Air Force, which at that time urgently needed them. Kate in the know of the facts, Chris and Annie ignorant. When the play opens, Jay Keller had already re-established himself as a manufacturer. Though the war being over, he is not manufacturing military machines. Kate is fully aware of the fact that Joe Keller had been responsible for the dispatch of the defective cylinder heads to the Air Force because she knows that Joe had never fallen ill during the war and that Joe's statement in the court that he was suffering from flu was entirely false. However, Kate kept silent about her husband's responsibility for supply of defective equipment to Air Force and has in fact implicitly been supporting him in whatever he had done. Chris is absolutely unaware of his father's guilt. Chris is under the impression that his father had stated nothing but the truth in the court, and the whole responsibility for the supply of the defective cylinder heads had been that of Annie's father, Steve Deaver. Annie herself also believes that her responsibility for the supply of defective cylinder heads had been that of her own father. George's failure to convince Chris and Annie, but now George appears on the scene. George had paid a visit to his father that very morning. This is the third point, George's failure to convince Chris and Annie, and had learned from him that the actual responsibility for the dispatch of defective cylinder heads had been that of Joe Keller. George now knows that Joe Keller had told lies in the courts to defend himself. George is feeling indignant with Joe Keller for the manner in which Joe Keller had got himself acquitted by means of a lie and had implicated Steve Deaver. Next point is Joe Keller's confession. It is Kate who gives away her husband without realizing what she is doing. Chris has been pressing her to give up her foolish belief that Larry is still alive, and feeling desperate, she tells Chris that if Larry is really dead, then Larry's own father had killed him. What Kate implies is that if Larry is dead, he must have been killed because of the failure of the engine of aeroplane on account of defective cylinder having been fixed into it. J. Keller points out that Larry had not been flying a P-40, but now Chris perceives the truth. Next point is Keller's realization of his crime and his suicide at the end. When Chris returns, he tells his mother that he would leave home altogether and take up a job somewhere else because he is feeling disgusted with what his father had done. Joe Keller once again tries to defend himself, this time putting forward the plea that everybody had made money during the wartime by all sorts of fair and foul means. He said that he must go to jail for his fraudulent supply of cylinder heads to the Air Force. This argument is not acceptable to Chris. Joe Keller then says that no man can be Jesus Christ in this world. Chris thereupon reads out all the letter which Larry had written to Annie about the deaths of air pilots whose aeroplanes had crashed because of defective equipment supplied to Air Force by his father. Chris here clearly states that Joe Keller had been responsible for the deaths of those air pilots and also for the suicide of his own son Larry. Joe Keller now feels so convinced of his guilt and his crime that going into the house on the plea that he wishes to dress himself to go to the police, he shoots himself. Last point is the appropriateness of the title. The title of the play is appropriate because the catastrophe in the play occurs as a result of the realization by the chief character that the pilots who had been killed bore the same relationship to him as his son Larry. Joe Keller realizes at the end that there was no difference between his son Larry and the pilots flying the P-40s, which had been fitted with defective equipment. He realizes this, that he was responsible for the deaths of those pilots and that their deaths had subsequently caused Larry to commit suicide. He is now filled with remorse, means guilt, at his action in having supplied defective equipment to Air Force. His guilt at having caused the death of men who should have been like sons to him drives him to kill himself. And this is all for today. Thanks for watching.